Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have a a topic video. Collecting during coronavirus, I guess, is a good enough topic. Have you changed your collecting styles? Has anything changed for you or not? And it's kind of a little bit of it's not just so much coronavirus, it's just in general. How has your collecting changed maybe over the last year, I guess, is kind of my point. So let me preface it and explain, give you a little bit of background. For me personally, I think my collecting and or my enthusiasm over knives has changed slightly. Now, even before the coronavirus, I work from home. I've worked from home now 2 years. And I think I was maybe a little more excited about my collecting 2 years ago when I worked in an office. And I will tell you why. There were some other knife guys that worked in my office that I kind of met. I mean, I knew one of them, but I didn't know he was into knives really in our previous encounters. But when we started working at the same company, we spent some more time together and whatnot. And one day I saw the pocket clip in his pocket. And I'm like, dude, is that a big knife? And he's like, what? He was completely flabbergasted that anybody could pick out the pocket clip in his pocket as a big knife. Well, anybody that knows big knives, they're very distinctive clip. And he goes, it is. And he pulled it out and he showed me. And I didn't have a big in my pocket at that time. But I showed him whatever I had, and I don't remember exactly now. But then we became a little bit closer at work because he was collecting big knives and he had some other knives and stuff like that. So then it became every day at the office, hey, what do you got in your pocket? What do you got in your pocket? And then we were talking to another guy. He was into knives. And he didn't have a bag at that time, but that's okay. I don't remember what he had in his pocket that first time we kind of started talking to him. But now there was some excitement every day to go in and see my buddies at work, and we would all talk about what we got in our pockets. And me and the first guy ended up going to the big shop together a couple, 3 years ago, where I picked up, I should have brought those out on this video. Oops, sorry. I picked up the Timascus inlaid Bodega and the Timascus inlaid Begatti. And my other buddy from work also bought one, and he bought a couple of other things, and I bought some for some friends at that time and all that too. So it was kind of a cool, interaction daily to really talk about what we had in our pockets. And to talk about new knives that we saw that were coming out, what were we looking to buy next. And there was a lot of discussions, right, around knives while we were at the office. Well, fast forward 2 years from that conversation, maybe 3 years, and I now work from home. And is it as exciting to figure out what I'm going to put in my pocket that day? No, not really, because the guys I work with, we're on video conference calls and stuff like that. And, but I don't know that there's been a couple times, there's a couple of people I work with that are into knives. And I go to the site oftentimes, especially before coronavirus, once or twice a month, I was down at our corporate office. And I would run into a couple of the guys, and I had an MKT patch on my laptop bag. And one of the guys was like, dude, you're into Medfords? And I said, yeah, and this and that. So we started talking. And so he and I and the one other guy, we kind of talk knives and watches and stuff. But it's not an everyday, everybody thing, right? So for me, I mean, I'm not bored with it. I love it. I do my channel for sure. I still talk to a great group of guys in small chat on Facebook group. So still very much into the hobby and into collecting. And my, collection is growing. The most recent one I acquired was the Holt Spectre. That's the most recent knife I have. Was just talking to a guy, a good buddy of mine recently, just a little bit before I started this video, who's got a dollar bar that he's going to let me buy. And so, I'm still buying and I'm still selling, knives and watches and flashlights and pens. I'm into all of that stuff still. Here's an FW3A, right? So I'm still into all of it, but it's a little bit different for me personally because I don't interact with people in person that much on a daily basis. Do I go out on the weekends? Do I go to barbecues and friends' houses and things like that? Sure, we're starting to do that now since the coronavirus. But am I spending a lot of time talking knives with them? Yes and no. But not as much as before, I don't think. So I'm curious to what your guys' experience is or thoughts are on that. And I want to take the financial side apart, away. That's not what this is, right? We've all, I think, myself included, even though I have been working every day through the virus because I work from home, so I'm still able to do my job. And my office is still, functioning. All of our workers are working from home, but my actual job, still there are things to do, right? So I have been fortunate and I've been working every day. And I understand there's several of my friends that have been laid off during this whole time and all that. And if that's the case, then yes, your collecting has probably drastically changed. But that's not the point I'm talking about. The point I'm really talking about here is, have you been less excited, maybe less interested in it because you're not having daily interactions with people? Or are you still working, physically going to a site and doing your job, and in which case maybe nothing has changed in your collecting or your excitement level? And maybe collecting, isn't the right word, but your excitement level of knives and the hobby. Flip side of that, or another aspect of that is, have you increased your social media posting about knives and EDC gear because of the less physical interaction? I don't know that I have. I still try to post, once or twice a day on social media about what I'm carrying, because as a knife channel, I think that's important that I try to keep that up. I don't know that I do such a great job about it. I think I've gotten more in the habit of posting my goofy memes all over Instagram and Facebook, more so than the knives and the gear. So I have noticed that about myself, and I don't think that's because of my less excitement. I think that's just how it goes sometimes for me in phases. I kind of get on a meme thing, and then I kind of just forget about the posting my gear. So I think that's just normal. But I'm working on that, trying to step that up again, because I was really big on that before, and having a knife channel, well, I should be posting stuff more often on social media. And I think I'm going to do a whole topic on collecting in social media and how does social media influence our collecting. Because that, I think, is a video all by itself. I think that's a whole topic video by itself. So, but yeah, for me personally, I think it has nothing to do with coronavirus. It has to do with the fact that I work from home, in my home office, all day, every day by myself. And the social interaction with like-minded knife fanatics, knife enthusiasts, knife collectors has diminished. And so I think my excitement level has also diminished slightly from that. So I'm very interested in hearing your guys' opinions on this. Has anything changed for you in collecting, in your enthusiasm level regarding your knives, your flashlights, your pens, your whatever EDC gear that you carry? And I've done videos on what my EDC is. And I'll probably do this week another pocket dump. I kind of do those every so often just because it's fun. And I think a lot of people are interested in what do I carry every day. And you may not be interested. And if you're not interested in that, then, like the video anyway and move on. No, just if I'm posting a video that you're not interested in, just scroll by. It's okay. Not every video of mine is going to appeal to every person, right? But I think the pocket dump videos are pretty quick, short, and sweet. And I think the shorter videos kind of gravitate to people. So being a new channel, yeah, I'm still kind of finding the ebb and flow and what's the right length video. And this one is going long, and I totally understand that. But I think it's an intriguing topic to me. So I wanted to bring it up to see if anybody else is having any thoughts along that line of less enthusiasm about the hobby because you're working from home, because coronavirus, and you're not able to go to work. And for those of you that did lose your jobs, I'm really sorry to hear that, number one. But from a non-financial perspective, because you're focused on looking for a job or whatever you're doing in your time, are you still as excited about the collecting and the hobby? Or has that changed a little bit because now you're just focused on finding work or whatnot, caring for your family? I don't know. It's really kind of an open topic, and I would love to hear from as many people as possible. Even other channels. Like, what has anything changed for you guys mentally in the hobby based on what's going on in the world today, I guess. So let me know your thoughts, your feelings. I think, it's a cool kind of topic that hopefully we can get some back and forth discussion going down in the comments. Because I'm very interested to hear everybody else's take. I think for me, I'm a little less excited today than I was 2.5 years ago when I was working in an office every day. Because I was excited to carry something different to show the guys what I had in my pocket that day. And today, I don't really put a lot of stuff in my pocket because I'm just going to be sitting at the office. And so when I do pocket dumps, right now it's not necessarily what I'm carrying in my pocket because I may just have that laid out on my office desk. But it's what I would carry if I'm going out that day. Because I still go to the store, I still go to restaurants, I still go out to dinners, things like that, right? So, but on a daily basis right now, working from home, No, I do not stuff my car keys in my pocket and my wallet because I'm not going outside the house, right? So, anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Let me know your thoughts down below. I would greatly appreciate it. And thanks for sticking along for a little bit longer video of mine than I normally do. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic day and a great week ahead. And we'll see you tomorrow on the next video.